Hey everyone, I'd like to welcome y'all back to Pittsburgh Sports with Scooter. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. I want to do a Pirates video, but in particular, I want to talk about Bubba Chandler and what I see with Bubba Chandler and, you know, what's going wrong with Bubba Chandler. Again, last night, control problems, more particularly in the beginning of the game. But the same Bubba Chandler that we've seen pretty much this season. Sure, he only gave up 2 hits and 2 runs in 5 innings, 92 pitches, but 6 walks ties his career high. It's just too many. And all the walks are causing high pitch counts, which means he's not going to get out of the 5th inning. He may get to the 6th inning, but the wildness is just becoming a reoccurring theme with Bubba Chandler. I think right now he's in his own head. I think he's trying to pitch too perfect. And I think he relies on the fastball too much. It's great that you can throw 101, 102 mile an hour fastball. That's a dominating arm. But it doesn't matter how hard you throw if you can't control it, if you're constantly out of the strike zone, or when you constantly throw strikes that are in bad spots, down the middle, or in hitter sweet spots. If you can't throw good strikes, I don't care if you throw 105 miles an hour. Major league hitters are going to hit it. What's the solution? Well, there's a couple options. The option that I prefer right now would be to put Bubba Chandler in the bullpen in a long reliever spot. Allow the coaching staff and him to work on his control and maybe get out of his own head. Bring Wilber Dotel back up here, who is a stretched out starter in AAA. When the kid was up here earlier this year, he looked freaking phenomenal. Give him a couple starts, give Bubba Chandler a chance to refine his skills, get out of his head, as I said before. Here in the next couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks to be exact, barring no setbacks, Jared Jones will be returning back to the Pirates. Depending on what goes on with Bubba and what would go on with Wilber Dotel, you can make a determination at that point. You can put Jared Jones back in the rotation. If Bubba Chandler is still wild, you could put Dotel down in that long reliever spot. If Wilber Dotel comes and it's pitching great, then still not a problem. You send Bubba Chandler down to AAA, you put Carmen Mlodzinski in the bullpen, and then you have Dotel and Jared Jones in your starting rotation. There's a lot of different ways you could do this, and there's a lot of different ways it could play out. But my fear is if you don't do something with Bubba Chandler, not only is he going to continue to cost you games, but you don't want to stun his growth either. The guy has too much ability and too great of an arm to continue to allow him to pitch the way he's pitching. I'm not on here trying to say that Bubba Chandler hasn't had stretches of good innings. And I'm not saying that he can't work this out. I am just saying why. Why continue to allow it when you do have some options that you could help him with? And I do think getting him out of that starting rotation and giving him the opportunity to not feel such pressure may be exactly what he needs to get it fixed. So that's how I see it. I think a lot of fans who aren't as in tune to baseball, who aren't who don't focus on it the way that I do. I think they see a guy throw 100, 102 and are like, damn, uh, that's so awesome. He throws so hard. And that's all well and good. But that's not all that matters. That's not all that counts. There's lots of guys out there that can throw really hard, but they're not pitchers because they can't control it. So that's my opinion. I would love to hear from you guys. I made this channel because I want to interact with fans. So send me some comments. Let me know if you agree or disagree. If you agree, how would you go about fixing it? What would you do? Would you send Bubba Chandler to AAA, or would you put him in the bullpen? Who would you bring up? Who would you put in that spot? And if you don't agree, comment and tell me why. So if you like this video, hit like and subscribe. It helps me out. I want to make this channel better, and that's how I do that. So until next time, let's go Bucks.